If you're like me, the problem is having a Merlot taste and a juice box budget. Today's video is going to be talking about affordable cigars and whiskey that won't break the bank and won't make your wife mad. Jamie Harrell here, and I'm blowing smoke. Alright, so the whole entire thing about cigars and whiskey is you have to spend a lot to be able to get something good. And the fact of the matter is that is simply not true. Now, you have your cigars that will range from, you can go from anywhere from $3 a stick all the way up to thousands of dollars. There's so much in between. And even with your whiskeys, you can find so much. Like I said, today's video is all about the budgeting. So, a lot of the times with these cheaper cigars that we get to worry about is it's kind of pretty much like the bottom shelf whiskeys. You're gonna have to worry about something called short filler tobacco. So the thing with all cigars is you have two kinds of fillers. You have short filler and you have long filler. Long filler tobacco is what you're gonna use. Coda! And long filler tobacco is what you're gonna use and find in any of your boutique premium cigars. Now you also got your short short filler. Whenever you can't talk right, that's what happens after you have this much whiskey and only X amount of coffee, guys. Don't be like me. Prepare for your videos, okay? I'm not the best at this, but I'm working on it. So, anyways, here we go. So, short fillers are going to be mostly, what it is your chopped up tobacco leaf. When they put that in there, there's more space for air in the leaves and everything, so it causes it to burn quicker. If you see cigarettes, like this one right here is a short filler. It is a cheaper cigar. Not necessarily that it's a bad cigar, but it's a cheaper cigar and it's got a lot of short filler. And you'll see this ash right here is a lot wider. Whenever you smoke cigarettes, you look at the end of that cigarette when you're smoking it, the ash is white because it's all short filler tobacco, chopped up, quicker burning. The thing, it also, it keeps a consistency in your flavor, but that's about it. Once you light one up, that's all you're going to get, pretty much. Not all the time. For example, Liga Bravada, which makes one of my hands-down favorite cigars, is the Liga Bravada No. 9, makes a cigar called the Papa Frida. And that is a use of the short filler, which is the chopped up tobacco leaves of the T52 and the No. 9 together. And it is a fantastic, awesome smoke. You can probably get it anywhere for about $10, maybe $8 to $10, depending where you are. I could be completely wrong and just made up that. I'm not sure yet. You can look it up on your own. You guys are smart enough. But there is a distinct difference in your short and long filler tobaccos. Your long filler tobaccos will offer a lot more slow burning of a cigar. You'll get a lot more taste complexity in it. And like I said, these short fillers will just, once you light it, that's pretty much it. And not that that's a bad thing. You know what you're getting into and nothing's going to change. But that's about it. A lot of cigar stores will sell their own house brand cigars. This is what this one is from Cigar and Cigar in Westchester. I think they called it Eduardo's Pick. Just like my tapeworm. And they will just make their own tobacco, and they'll usually be about anywhere between $2 to $5 for a cigar, so not too bad. Light went down. Don't I hire somebody for that? No, I don't. That's why I'm making a budget cigar and whiskey video, because I can't hire anybody. Anyways, take a quick break. I'm going to smoke some more of this, and I'll get back with y'all in a minute. Pause. going, guys? I've made it through. This is one of the house blends at the local cigar shop. This is Maduro over here. And, you know, like I said, one of the cool things, if you go into any, most cigar shops will have their own house blend tobacco. And like I said, they're going to be your cheapest option. They're hit or miss sometimes, guys. Honestly, I've had some that have just been fantastic. I mean, I could have sworn they were just a banded brand name cigar. And I've had some where I took a couple hits, and I'm just like, I can't smoke this. So it's a hit or miss. But if you don't mind losing, you know, $4 at a time on something you're not sure of, go for it. It's great. Every single shop I go to, I try to go and get one of the house blends, just because it's fun. That being said, a lot of the, and like I said, I've mentioned this before in the other series, a lot of the other cigar brands, the big names, will offer the same quality cigar, but just in a smaller size. And if you're not a big cigar smoker, these are perfect for you, because you don't have to sit there and dedicate an hour and a half, an hour to you smoking the cigar. You can have the same taste, same quality, and smoke it in 30 minutes, you know, and not feel bad if you have to throw out $5 or $6 worth of a cigar. And it's great. Some of the ones that I've had, personally, Asylum makes great cheap cigars. You can usually find most of them, depending on where you're at. I know it varies from place to place. You can find most of them under $8, and they can start as low as like $4 sometimes. One of their Maduros that I had, I was driving back from Wyoming and smoked my cigar, and I put that one out about halfway through, and I forgot about it. And I was driving the next couple of days, and saw it in my ashtray, and I was like, okay. Well, I lit that thing up, and guys, I tell you, this thing still had the same taste that it did before when I first lit it, which is rare. That may have been just my personal experience, but I thought that was really cool, because once you light a cigar and you relight it, it never tastes the same. But son of a gun, if that thing didn't taste just as good as the first time I lit it. Arthur Fuente has the Hemingway short story. It is also one of their bigger cigars, but it is just a condensed version. You can usually find them for $6 somewhere, maybe 7 or 8, depending on where you're at. Still great quality. You know, it's about a 30-40 minute smoke. Let's see what else you got over there. Actually, last week I did the Flathead for the first time, and ran across one of these guys. This is the Flathead 450, and it's got a great taste. Once again, I bought this under $7 at the cigar store, and you still get that same great CAO taste and blend that you're going to get, but it's just in a smaller version. So generally, when you're looking at the less expensive cigars, you are going to go for house blends. You have to worry about that short filler, which is not always a bad thing, like I explained with the Papa Fritas. Or you're going to go with the big brand cigar, but in a condensed form. Now, I know I also told y'all about the whiskey that I had that you're going to have to get in it on a budget, and I'll explain to y'all, after me smoking a little bit more of this, why this video is still so goofy. Because this is a pretty strong little whiskey. It's good. And it was under $25. So let me smoke a little bit more of this, and I'm going to talk to y'all more on that point, guys. Alright, guys. So now I've talked to you a little bit about cheaper cigars and everything. Now we're going to go on the opposite side with the whiskey. Whiskeys can go anywhere from $15 to thousands of dollars. Which one do you choose? Sometimes it's hard. Like I said, I can barely afford the Jack and Coke, and usually I just get the Coke. Not that kind, you degenerates. But anyways, there are several different options when you go for the cheaper cigar, or cheaper whiskey. For today's choice, I went with Old Grandad, bottled and bonded. And I'm going to go talk more about what it means to be bottled and bonded a little bit later on. This guy was under $25. 50% means 100 proof. Some of the other ones that I'll get for under 25 are Evan Williams, also bottled and bonded. Jim Beam Double Oak, which I was able to find $20, which is fantastic. Also, Jim Beam Devil's Cut is usually around 23 to 26 from wherever I've traveled. That's what I've seen generally. Rebel Yell I've also seen, which is, you know, pretty good, but it's more of a you better take this shot and hope you don't taste it later kind of thing, to be honest. Everybody has their own taste, though. I'm not discriminating, but maybe I am. But, you know, actually, it was funny because me and my buddy were at the liquor store trying to choose these cheaper whiskeys. And honestly, I found it harder to find a cheaper whiskey than I was when I'm just trying to buy something that's a little bit more expensive. Because when you buy the more expensive whiskeys, you know no matter what, it's generally, even your worst $40 bottle is going to be decent. Your worst $15 bottle of whiskey is not going to be decent. And I'll give you this warning right now. We're not in high school anymore. We're not 19. Do not buy bottles that are in plastic. Don't do it. Don't do it. Unless you're just trying to get drunk and you don't care about taste, which is cool. I still love my Evan Williams. But if you're going for something other than that, don't do it. Also, you are guaranteed a hangover with a plastic bottle. That's a Jamie Harrell guarantee right there. If not, you are some kind of mutant, and I don't know what to do with you, alright? Anyways, oh, I just went on a tangent. Where do I go from here? Oh, yeah, here I am, guys. So, I'm going to talk to you. What does it mean to be bottled and bond? Well, like I said, 50% alcohol, first off. So, hey-o. Cheers, guys. And I'm going to sit back, enjoy my coffee, enjoy the cigar a little bit more, and I'm going to go in a little in depth about what it means to be bottled and bond. And it's actually kind of a cool little story in history. And actually there's a little bit more history behind old granddad over here as well, which I'm excited to share with y'all because I just learned tonight as I was doing the research about it. So stick around and there will be more to come. Cool. So what does it mean to be bottled and bond? Honestly, guys, whenever I see bottled and bond, I always just assumed, hey, you get drunker for cheap. Every single bottled and bond bottle that you get is going to be 50%, 100%. Well, see, that's what happens whenever you drink too much of it. My lighting went away. Outtakes. Alright, anyways. Every single bottled and bond that you're going to get is going to be 100 proof, 50%. And honestly, guys, like I said, I'm so ill-prepared, but I did the research. Also, at any point during this video, if you hear something that's, you say, hey, that doesn't sound right, speak up, because I'm still learning. I learned a lot tonight from doing the research that I was doing on the short fillers, the bottled and bond, and everything else. So every video that I make, I am learning as I'm going along, which is what I really love about this. I'm learning stuff and still teaching y'all, but I know that I also have plenty of friends that are out there on Facebook that are much heavier deep into this whole entire area of cigars and bourbon than I am. So I'd love to hear y'all's input about whatever. That being said, it's really cool, bottled and bond. So to be bottled in bond means it's made during one season. It's January through June and July through December. You guys have no idea how many times I had to practice saying that. Anyways, I did it on the first take right here, so we're good to go. And it is aged in a federally bonded warehouse under U.S. government supervision. They couldn't make a good gas can, but damn, apparently if they couldn't make a good supervised whiskey. Good on you, U.S. government. You did something right. That's awesome. That's great. So it is actually aged for at least 4 years, and like I said, it is bottled at 100 proof. So no matter how expensive, how cheap, whatever it is, you are getting a whiskey that is 100 proof whiskey, and be careful because it'll knock your socks off. where'd mine go, for that matter? I'll find them later. Don't worry about it, guys. The thing about the bottled and bond product, it is one distillation season. It is one distillery. It is made by one distiller, all at once. So it is just one guy, or guys, whatever, making one bourbon at once. Your other straight whiskeys that you'll get are kind of a mix. There's a mingle. It doesn't matter how long they've been aged. It's all the same grain. It's all the same kind, but they're brought all over from the same state, from different places. Your bottled and bond is made from one place and one distillery, and it's kind of a nod towards, it's a hint at how good that distiller is. So if this is decent, which this is, and like I said, I would recommend trying this. You don't go in expecting this to be any kind of, like I said, even though this is a bean product, and it is made from the Hayden family, this is not Basil Hayden. Alright guys, this is not. It gets the job done. It does not, you can drink it and you don't want to throw up immediately, unless you drink what I do. You know, guys, here, don't be like me. Don't drink this much in a single night while making the video, trying to educate other people. Alright, if there's any lesson you can learn, don't be me. Alright? Son of a mother's lover. We have light again. But with the other ones, you just kind of get in a mix and a mingle of all the other distillers and everything all putting in from one single state. You're not going to get a Georgia distillery, get in whiskey from California and then mixing together. It's all in one state.